How's it going, guys? It's your boy Edgar here, coming to you with a very random video that I feel like needed to be made now before it was too late, because I just found out Fortnite dropped a Tenet. I can't even say it. Fortnite dropped the new Tenet trailer. I didn't even know there was going to be a Tenet trailer, and I sure as shit did not know it was going to be on Fortnite. So there's a lot of things that I think are pretty significant with this trailer, starting with the fact that it was released on Fortnite. Now, why would they do that? In my opinion, Fortnite is basically at this point, it's not even just a free game. It's a free service, a social platform, if you will. They even added that new, just social servers where you just hang out in lobbies and shit. And I think it's a really good idea because there's millions of players on a free game on all devices. You get them all gathered for this one event, you hype it up, boom, everybody gets a Tenet trailer, and it's the talk of the village for the week. And another thing that's significant is the way the trailer's presented. Because it's on Fortnite, this is a trailer that's not cryptic like the first one or anything like that. It's quite straightforward. It shows you lots of flashy visuals, really cool action stuff. It made me even more excited than I already was. And then this is the one that they finally explain the concept in a very simple way. It's the part where she has him shoot the gun, but then the bullet comes catching back into the gun. She's like, "You're not shooting the gun, you're catching the bullet." That's all you need to know to understand the film's concept and how it's not time travel, it's time reversal. I get it, that's great. So making a simple to understand trailer in a game for, let's face it, filthy casuals, great idea. Now, why would they do that? Why would they release on Fortnite? Why would they release it now? Well, interestingly enough, in the very end, and when the official account on different social medias is sharing it, they're very much making it clear this is coming to theaters. Now, why say that instead of an actual release date? Well, for those of you who don't remember, this film was going to come out on July 17th, which is only less than 2 months away. So by removing that release date and just saying coming to theaters, this means that it's been indefinitely delayed until all theaters reopen. And this is pretty significant because if you haven't been listening to my podcast, I've been saying for weeks now that Tenet is really the last line of defense for cinemas, like movie theaters specifically. This is, I've argued, the one movie that would get people to go out in the theaters again. Nothing else is worthy of going, or you must go to the movies. Like Trolls 2, you can watch at home. Scoob, you can watch at home. Like all the home or video on demand releases that have been coming out recently because of the virus, they're fine. That in an alternate universe, they probably, even if everything was fine, they probably would have been just fine releasing on video on demand anyways and not in theaters. So the fact that they're like, no, we're going to be releasing in theaters, they try to make it seem like it's good news that, okay, it's not going to be a video on demand thing in July. They're going to wait as long as it takes to get the theater experience that viewers deserve. Great. But I keep saying this was the last line of defense for theaters. And what does this mean? The fact that now it doesn't have a release date. It makes sense to not have a release date because we don't know when theaters are going to be opening again. But this means that cinemas have lost their last line of defense. And now, if for whatever reason theaters do end up opening in July, they won't have anything. They won't have Tenet. I think the only thing left is fucking the Russell Crowe movie. I can't even remember its name, which that's all you need. That says everything you need to know about it. And Mulan. Those are the only two movies left I don't think have been delayed from July. And so this is bad. This is really bad. Theaters have been talking about, we won't open until we have a reason to open. They just lost their biggest reason to open, at least in July earliest. I doubt that was even going to happen. I feel like theaters won't even fucking be ready till earliest August, because for those of you who don't know, I used to work at AMC before this happened, and the CEO has filled us in on some stuff via emails. And one of the things he said, in terms of, you talked about the structure of how he'd plan to reopen theaters when it was time. He said once it's safe to open everywhere. I don't remember if he means worldwide or just in the US, because AMC does have theaters around the world, not just the US. So that's why the detail kind of matters, because let's just say for this sake, US. Once it's safe to open everything in every state in the US, AMC would dedicate 2 to 4 weeks to retraining their employees on how to make sure everything's sanitized, blah, 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 this, that, just to make sure guests and employees are safe for when theaters are back. So let's say theater or states don't open till July. So once everything's open July in our hypothetical situation, they wouldn't even, theaters, AMC specifically, wouldn't even open till mid-July earliest or beginning of August latest. So it takes a lot of time to prep, and so you need that time. That's understandable. But now they have less and less things for when they do open, so maybe because of that they'll have less incentive, or maybe Tenet's doing a thing where they're just gonna wait to see when things reopen, like, okay, yep, that's the date. I mean, they can't do that. The movie's ready to go at this point. So it's just gonna be a kind of almost a stealth drop. You're like, oh, things are reopening? Boom. There you go. It's opening then. You're welcome. So it's just, it's really concerning news, the fact that we don't know what's gonna happen anymore to movie theaters. This is bad. Like I said, the trailer is meant to be like, oh, this is a good thing. We're championing theaters instead of video on demand. But are theaters even going to be open? Are they going to be able to survive fucking waiting until Tenet decides to come out? Like, this isn't good, and I just need to share my thoughts on that because it's pretty concerning. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you stumbled across this for some reason and you're new, welcome. This is a very out of the ordinary video for me to make. I just had to make it because these are thoughts I have just from watching this trailer alone, like the implications that 3 simple words have, and the fact that it was released now in May, late May, in Fortnite, means that they're just trying to get the people to have realistic expectations. They're like, okay, we're kind of close to the release that we initially had. Now get hyped, but also set your expectations lower for the fact that it won't be coming out in July. It's not making it. It's basically what the trailers told us. And yeah, so that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.